Hello everyone and welcome to another royal reading. It is Monday afternoon. I apologise for my absence yesterday. It was a very busy day with performing and singing and all the rest of it. So unfortunately no time for tarot. But I'm back today and I have the Shadowland Tarot on the table, and I'm using it because it's the bad behavior tarot, your shadow behavior, all that nasty stuff that you like to keep hidden, or one likes to keep hidden, and it does come out. And also because it's got very infantile drawings, very childish drawings, illustrations, and it's appropriate for the readings that I'm going to be doing today. A set of readings on school and the hardcore kids, Archie and Lilibet. First reading is some tea that was dropped on Tumblr, and I have to say it's just rumour, and I have to remind you that this is a tarot reading for entertainment purposes, or just my opinion, or just rumour, allegation, speculation for entertainment purposes. There is a disclaimer in the box below. Please do go and read it and form your own opinions about this topic. The tea that was dropped was that allegedly Megan is a very pushy parent and wants preferential treatment for Archie at the little school that he's at. She wants him to be pushed ahead of the other children, and when staff said no, that's not what we do at school, we treat all the children equally, she started to threaten and intimidate and name drop to no avail, allegedly. All allegedly, and it does sound par for the course given what Tom Bauer has told us about her behaviour. So given her behaviour as chronicled by Tom Bauer in Revenge, does sound plausible. It could of course be someone who was smoking their socks and just writing this to entertain us, but anyway, we're going to dig around and have a look. And also what was interesting in this tea that was spilled was that allegedly, Harry and Meghan do not participate in school events, shows, things like that. And they also don't do the school run. They don't drop Archie off and they don't fetch him. I find that very, very strange. And I'm sure you find it very strange too. Give a little bit more of a shuffle. I'm going to do a 5-card reading on this situation. I'm going to ask the cards to tell us how Archie is doing at school, how involved Harry and Meghan are in the school activities, how true it is that Meghan behind the scenes is really pushing to get him ahead and threatening people and intimidating, bullying, allegedly, and the outcome of all of this. And just by the way, one more shuffle and then I will start laying the cards out. I looked up early preschool programs in California just to see what they involve for children of Archie's age. That would be 30 to 42 months. According to the programs that I found online with a quick Google, they cover topics such as creative arts, language, literacy, logic and reasoning, maths, nature and science, social studies, physical development, and social emotional development. And I found that last one very interesting because we know that allegedly Archie is going somewhere where he's particularly learning to be kind and empathetic. I remember that very particularly because I thought how very strange, but there it is. Social emotional development would encompass that. And we also heard that he was getting special tutors in. And I did a reading on all of that a while back about possible developmental issues with Archie. And I can't remember the number of the reading, but unfortunately it is in the playlist, the Royals playlist. You can go and find it. I'm sure you can search for developmental issues or something like that and you'll find it. I did see the cards did tell me that Archie has issues. So anyway, that's just the background. I have enough waffling. Underlying energy, we get the 10 of Wands in reverse, and that's interesting because that's somebody who has given up, somebody who has struggled, as you can see. Here with that, it looks like firewood, chopped it up. They've been carrying, this little mouse has been carrying that wood along, but given up, dropped it all, can't do it anymore. Burdens are too heavy, and it's just all too difficult. I wonder who's finding it all overwhelming and difficult and can't deal with what is going on. And I hope that is not Archie's energy that's coming through as the underlying energy of this reading. I feel that it is. As I touch that card, I feel that it is his energy, that he's finding school overwhelming. He's not coping, he's struggling. We're going to find out. And this is why Pushy Parent has perhaps leapt in with those very large shoes of hers and blamed the school. Let's see. My opinion, allegedly. Just the general vibe, the situation, another unhappy card, Eight of Wands in reverse. Eight of Wands is a progress card, and I'm getting quite a sick feeling as I look at this card. Eight of Wands in reverse. Upright, it's progress after something has been blocked. You shoot forward in a very dynamic way. It's communication, it's a language, it's messages, but it is progress. Very dynamic progress. In the reverse, it's blocked progress, not progressing, not developing according to the markers that should be met. And I don't need to say more than that. That's the general situation. I got two cards, two very negative cards telling me that there is struggle, there is difficulty, there is not progress that should be made. And okay, so let's see. The question is for this card is, how is Archie actually doing at school? How is he handling it? How is he coping? We have the Four of Wands, and the Four of Wands is happy. A very happy card. It's very stable. It's a very I'm having a particularly barky afternoon with Tess, unfortunately. The father who should be silencing her is ignoring her. I might have to wander off, and I'm going to. And I'm back. We've got the Four of Wands for how he's doing at school. At home. It's home for him. And that's interesting because the next reading I'm going to be doing is on boarding school and the potential for the Harcourt children to be sent off to boarding school in the UK. It's another rumour that is swirling around. School is home for him. It is stable. It is the environment where he feels safe, where he's protected, probably away from the difficulties and bad energy of home. And he is really comfortable there. He may not be coping with the progress that he's supposed to be making at school, but he's happy there, and that's a reassuring card to see. It's a very reassuring card to see. It tells me that the people around him are looking after him and caring for him, and perhaps even putting up some sort of barriers between him and the drama that accompanies him from home. So how involved are Harry and Meghan in schooling, in the actual school activities, presence at school? Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is a very engaged energy. So maybe not engaged in the right way, but certainly very engaged in the sense of being dramatic. I mean, look at this depiction of the Ace of Wands. There, this little creature sits with this hand, this fiery hand around. So, drama. Wands are about drama, volatility, blowing hot and cold. It tells me that there is a lot of drama around, but perhaps not that that dedicated engagement that you would expect, that regular showing up and doing what's needed in a quiet way, like normal people would do, just showing up every day, routinely at the gates, engaging with other parents and engaging with teachers in school and helping out and volunteering and doing whatever parents normally do at school. Not doing that. Drama, big fuss. And I would imagine that has to do with possibly what this T was telling us, but let's have a look and see. Did the pushy mommy dearest, really roll her sleeves up and threaten and intimidate and try and get preferential treatment for Archie? How did it go? 10 of Cups, Ten of Cups is about ideals, being idealistic in your expectations of what family life is about. That's literally what it is. I think she has illusions of delusions, maybe is the better word. She's deluded about the way things should be, the way he should be, the way life should be as a family, and that's quite a weird thing to say. Perhaps to do with her upbringing, the fact that her mother disappeared for so long and she was left to Daddy, and Daddy was working very hard, according to Tom Bauer's book. She wasn't neglected, but she didn't have much sense of what a normal family life was like. There was a limo that fetched her. She was driven to and from school. She was taken to friends' homes. The friends' family seemed to intervene and look after her and really parent her. And then on special days, off she went to the studio where Dad was working. So she didn't have much idea of what was normal. So I think this has continued into her engagement with the school. Now she doesn't know what normal is. She has an inflated idea of what normal is, of what childhood is, and what family is about, and by extension school and development is about. This isn't an angry card. This isn't a threatening card. This could be instead the Ace of Wands. It's misguided, deluded, unrealistic. She's unrealistic about it, and that was really what came through in this tea. If there was even a grain of truth in that rumor, the school kind of collectively shook their heads in disbelief at her behavior, didn't comply with any of her demands, and now she's something of a laughingstock according to the rumor. And so I get that this is based on her own delusions of grandeur, but more than delusions of grandeur, delusions about what life and family life is really about. It's actually quite sad at some level. It's sad for the child involved more than for her, but her childhood too was pretty distorted and weird, in my opinion, and also Tom Bauer's. In my defense. And the outcome of all of this drama and difficulty, the Empress in reverse, she didn't get her way. She didn't get her way. It's the Mother card, the Empress. Ultimately, there she is, the pregnant tree in this depiction of it. She got stonewalled, she got ignored, she got put in her place. She didn't like it at all. But also, it's viewing her as being a distorted version of a mother. Again, I'm getting the idea that she doesn't know what being a mother is, what it entails, from packing a little school lunch to holding hands and waiting at the gate. You know, you cross the street and you wait at the gate and you talk to the other mums and you do all the things, the fundraising things that they ask you to do and all the rest of it. She doesn't know how to do it. She doesn't know how to do it, and it brings out the worst in her, because we are in the Shadowland Tarot. We are in shadow territory. She literally doesn't know how to be a mother, and so she projects and she manifests all kinds of wrong behavior, faulty behavior. The Empress in reverse is the opposite of generous and nurturing and expansive and earth mothery. It's mean, it's critical, it's nasty, it's difficult energy. It's not energy that people respond well to, whether they are children. Children we've seen don't respond well to her, and or teachers. And we've got Crunch Crunch, we've got Fluffy here for her snack. She does like to show up for these readings. So it's generally, it is her. And it is her energy that is difficult. He's happy. Main thing, he's happy, Archie, at school. Whatever the school is, nobody has ever revealed where he is at school. I'm sure NDAs, threats of all kinds of punishment if anybody reveals where he is at school. But I can see from these cards that he is struggling. Definitely struggling, shall we say, academically. It's a bit early at all of 3 years old to talk about academic achievements, but he's struggling with his markers, with his goals, with what he should be doing, and it's difficult for him. difficult for the school too. You can rest assured of that, with the Ten of Wands as the underlying energy in reverse. Very difficult for the school to handle this very difficult mother with unrealistic expectations of her child and of them. And that's the reading. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.